I am going to ask a probably more, I think, a very obvious question, because, you know, listen, I'm not an author, and my goodness, I don't have that expertise that you're talking about. However, you know, particularly with the subject matter of HR, good grief, you know, we need to be very mindful of, as you said it right at the very start, having integrity, being professional. You know, we have protected conversations, but see, when you're writing a book, how on earth do you protect the impartiality or characters that you're using? Because I understand from what you're saying, you know, as you said, you are going to be using experiences that you have, you know, you have come across, maybe not verbatim, but you will use it. In some cases it may be verbatim, in other cases it won't be. But how on earth do you protect the characters that you're using in your book to actually put across a point, or to kind of provide a story about?
There is two key words here, and it's poetic license.
Right.
It's
Okay.
pretty much what you've described. You know, it's not about people should be afraid. They should be very afraid. Not at all. But it is about individuals will recognise themselves in this book. They will.
Really?
They will either. No names are in the book. There are some different changes around locations, and so somebody might be going, I remember that, but wait a minute, we weren't in London, or I remember that, but we weren't abroad. So, you know, there is a whole way you do this. There's themes, but there will be people who will go, oh, that was me.
Oh my
God,
and
there will also be people that were possibly party to that scenario or that situation that will be going, I know exactly who that is, and I know exactly that situation. Now, most of those people, to be fair, will be HR people.
Yes.
The majority of them will be HR people, but there will be also a fair amount who are not HR people, who are either leaders, managers, you know, and come from other disciplines, but are in business. And, you know, I think it's a nice way to deliver something like that. It gets the point across. It's through more like the story of a situation. And as I say, there is nothing in this book is made up.
No, exactly.
So it will be very interesting, and it will be interesting. And I am expecting people to sort of, you know, contact. Well, obviously they need to read the book first, but I am expecting a flurry of people on WhatsApp or, you know, messaging or email saying, oh, Tracey is chapter for me.
Absolutely. You know, I would not be surprised, Tracey, when you come off this spotlight, that you'll see that your LinkedIn profile has been viewed multiple times, because people will be doing an absolute, they'll be doing their due diligence of your career history. But listen, to finish off, hopefully on a fun note, what's your favourite chapter in the book? Which one would you say this was the most fun to write?
Oh, in the ethos of the book, the favourite chapter has to be chapter 6, which is the little book of HR truths.
Okay.
Because that's when we do change gear. You know, we do change gear in there. We do start to talk about some of the taboo type subjects that HR have to deal with. And that's the area where lots was taken out as well as remained in. But there are a couple of each of the chapters have some really, you know, poignant stories and lessons learned in them. But chapter 6, the little truth of HR, HR book, probably the one where, as an HR professional, you do want to get the point across, but at the same time, you don't want in any way to upset anyone, bring anything into disrepute, and absolutely have integrity and professionalism. So today I am going to see chapter 6.
Okay.
I'm quite sure when the book is out and I get a lot of feedback, it may change. Yes, absolutely. It may change. It's subject to change.
Absolutely. So listen, when is the book going to be available?
It's going to be available in the coming weeks. The publishers will have the book out on Amazon, so it can be purchased on Amazon or via Kindle. There will be a page on the website that will probably come into sort of you know, kind of mid-September. So there will be a page dedicated on the website for Chrystal HR, which, as everyone knows, is www.crystalhr.com.
Yes.
And it'll be downloadable. And as I say, I await the feedback. And if nothing else, at least, we've actually, we've done it. I've done it.
Absolutely.
So I've had a publisher publish the book, and they have used some of their illustrations.
Yes.
My daughter has done a lot of artwork in the book.
Oh, how amazing.
So we've done it. And the main question I keep getting asked is, would you do another one?
You've just taken the question, and how dare you, Tracey? I was about to say, is there a sequel to the book?
And, realistically, I know you should never say never. And as HR professionals, trainers, leadership professionals, we should never say never. Everyone should, be the best, their authentic self they can be, and never have blockers. But I can categorically say today, under no circumstances will I ever be writing another book.
It's taken every core of your being, Tracey.
Rest in peace, never, no more writing a book. I'm going to leave that to the folks that, like a Sophie Kingsley or a bestseller or whoever. I'm going to leave that to those folks that have been doing that as long as I have been delivering HR and coaching.
Well, listen, Tracey, oh my goodness. As I said, I'm, book aside, I am super, super proud of you. I just love the fact that you are somebody that has used your experience, your life experience, as well as your technical and skills experience, and actually done what so many of us talk about doing. And it's just been lovely to hear your story about how this has kind of come to life. And I cannot wait to read your book, right? And
thank you.
In the comments, as I always do, I will clearly tag you, I will tag Chrystal HR and coaching, but please, please, please keep us posted as to when we can get our sticky paws on this book. And I can say with utter confidence, your hits on LinkedIn, young lady, are going to be going through the roof. If nothing else, for everybody that's ever crossed paths with you, Tracey, either in a good, bad, or indifferent HR light, to think, am I in that book? Thank you. Listen, it goes without saying, Tracey, thank you so much. And equally, for anybody watching, if you want to reach out to Tracey directly, please, all the comments, all the sort of addresses, etc., will be there. But Tracey, once again, thank you so much. I wish you every success with this book. And as I say, I will be keeping a very close eye on it, and I cannot wait to read it.
Excellent. Thanks, Katie, for having me on Spotlight.
My pleasure.